welcome back. So my family, they like to thrift store shop. I'm right there with them. You know, when you got 5 kids, sometimes that's the best place to shop because you don't want to pay for new clothes or new priced stuff, especially sports gear, sports equipment, those kind of things. But anyways, this year for Father's Day, they got me a nice present. They found a whole bunch of buck knives at a thrift store, and really gave those to me as part of my Father's Day present. They knew I would enjoy them, and that I would be excited to get those buck knives. I think somebody must have got rid of their whole collection because they were just tons of used, pretty good quality buck knives. Most of them range between $20 to $50, but we'll go through and kind of show you some of them. There was this little pen knife folder. That was the smallest one, you know, slip joint, doesn't lock, made in China. Some of the buck knives are made in China, but a lot of them are made right here in Idaho. This one is $3.79. I think it's just a real cheap stainless, but it's got some nice inlays in the handle, blue liners there. It feels like G10. It's probably even G10 instead of plastic there. But a decent little pen knife, not too sharp, needs to be sharpened, but that was a cool knife that was in the set. And the best part about this was these buck knives, they all paid $2 to $3 for them each. So they weren't very expensive at all. And some of them were kind of interesting and unique. Let's see, what do we want to do next? So this one is one of their USA made knives. They make them right here in Idaho, northern Idaho. They've got a factory. They may make them in other places too, but I know for sure they make them up there. Again, this one's kind of dull, but it does have a pocket clip, non-reversible. It's locked back. It's really sturdy. Says 285 buck USA. It is missing the thumb stud is one drawback there, but a nice quality USA made knife for $3. You can't beat that. The blade is still in excellent condition, just needs to be sharpened up a little bit. So a nice buck knife. I think those ones go for around $40. So for $3, you can't beat it. Here's another one, same style, but with the hunter pattern. It's a little bit larger, and this one I believe is about $50. This one does have the thumb screw. I haven't got on Amazon yet to see if you can get a replacement thumb screw for those, but I'm thinking you probably can get, not on Amazon, but on the internet. So same steel, buck USA. Just the orange camo pattern for a hunting knife, and a little bit larger. That's probably, I don't know, at least 3 inches. I didn't measure it, but it's pretty scuffed up, but no chips or dings. You can sharpen that right up. This will be a good one. Oh, it's pretty smooth there when you push the lock back. Not too hard to open. It flips open pretty good, pretty easy. Nice knife. This one, not a USA made one, but one of the cooler ones. It's got a cool blade style, and really like that one. 780 is the marking on it. It is missing the pocket clip though. That may be a part that is replaceable if it's not stripped out there. It's got rubberized handles. It's nice and grippy. Feels pretty good in the hand. You can get a full grip on it. It's got a kind of cool blade there, really easy to open. Liner lock with a thumb hole opening there. It's really fun. You can open it with the index finger or the thumb. Kind of a cool one. So what do we got so far? We got all these, and again, they were like $2 or $3 each, which is kind of cool. This one, one of the nicer ones, a little bit more expensive. It's got, I don't know if that's real wood. It almost looks like plastic to me. Again, made in China, so not one of their USA made knives. $8.35. I'm not as familiar with their markings, but I think those are all stainless. It does have a chip at the tip of the blade there. But I think you could grind that out okay. Liner lock, thumb stud opening. All in all, not a terrible knife. My son actually had his eye on this one, and he got this one for himself for $3. So that's not one they passed on to me, but he loves knives as much as I do. So I'm glad for him to have that knife. Then the last two were pretty interesting. This one's got a little carabiner clip on it, and a little buck knife liner lock. It's got a little bit of rust on it. I've tried to get some of it off, but it's 818. But I just think that's a cool lightweight design. Clip it on a backpack, clip it on your belt, pocket, whatever. Probably not big enough to fit on a belt, but on a keychain, could be a good keychain knife. It's really slicey too. Almost a convex grind there. Call that a drop point or a spear point. Anyways, cool little knife. And then the last one was this little locking flipper. So you got to push the button to engage it. And then it's got several different ways. It's got a flipper tab, a thumb hole. But I think the easiest way to do it is with this jimping along there, along the wheel. It just flips right open. And it, well, if you get the button right, you can flip close. You can flip it open too, but sometimes it bounces back. So it's kind of a cool little lockback. I haven't seen a buck knife like that before, but kind of digging it. This is one I might actually carry. A lot of these probably won't be my EDC, but I'll throw them in a hunting pack or a hiking bag or in my vehicles, just so you have a spare knife in there. Kind of cool. This one's actually kind of fun to play with, so it may end up in my pocket from time to time. There's no pocket clip on it, but that's all right. It's nice and convenient, nice and compact. Really like that one. And last, this one was not part of the thrift store find, unfortunately, but I did buy this buck 110 used. It comes with a nice leather sheath. Classic hunting knife, built like a tank, very heavy. When I got it, the brass on it was brilliant, shiny, but it's starting to patina a little bit. Not the easiest knife to open or to carry, but it is, like I said, built like a tank, nice and thick. The brass bolsters and the wood handle, a very nice knife, and it's a classic. One of the first, if not the first, hunting knife ever developed by Buck Knives, specifically for hunters, outdoorsmen, for the military, with that clip point. Just a nice hunting knife, and you've got to have one of these in your collection. They generally go for around $60 new, but you can get even nicer ones or collector ones, or you can get some newer ones that are lightweight and don't have the heavy brass bolsters in the wood. But very nice buck 110 knife. Got to add that to your collection. So there's all the knives we got, and was excited to get this Father's Day present. Thank you to my family for getting that for me. I'm excited to add them to my collection, and can't beat a $2 buck knife. So a week or two ago, I was up in Boise, Idaho at a training meeting. They had kind of a motivational speaker there. Dave Dabman, I think was his name, but he had been kind of a halftime performer for the NBA, did trick dribbling and stuff, had a lot of fun stuff to say, told a lot of jokes, but this was one of the jokes he told, and I'm sure you've heard it before, but got a good laugh out of the audience and was pretty funny. So he said that marriage is like a deck of cards. In the beginning, all you need is 2 hearts and a diamond, but by the end, you're wishing for a club and a spade.